dust on there.
That looks the chillest.
This looks the chillest.
Like the most confident chill.
The most confident chill. That's a good name for the podcast. So welcome to the as yet untitled, unnamed podcast here at the Bourbon Room Whiskey Business for our company, Dusted Company. You're our inaugural guest.
Yes.
Bianca Parato.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be your first guest.
You're very welcome. And you come from Austin, right?
Yes, I live in Austin, Texas now.
And then you hit me up originally. You did Supernova, our original concept outside, right?
Yeah, it was like 420 last year I was on that show.
Oh.
I know, it's a memorable show to be on.
Yeah, how did it go?
It went great. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
So I've actually only been doing stand-up about 2 years now.
2 years. Worst set you ever had?
Worst set I ever had. I'm trying to think of a traumatizing one. I don't even know. I try to avoid bombs at all costs. There's definitely been some, but I usually just kind of convince myself it's a podcast or a TED Talk and just work my way through it.
Okay, so
confidently.
You're too new to have had like a complete and total flame out.
I know, I definitely have, but I just can't. Right off the top of the dome, I'm not coming to mind.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you started 2 years ago. Where was your first set?
My first set was in this like old tavern in Columbia, Missouri. They did open mics once a week, Tuesdays, and I went and I did comedy there. It was.
That's where you grew up?
So that's where I went to college. So I actually did 4.5 years of college. I found stand-up the month I graduated.
Oh, okay.
So I'm so glad I have so many student loans.
100%. Did you ever go to the VU? You say University of Missouri,
there
right?
was Deja Vu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it shut down.
Good.
Yeah.
That was a horrible club to do comedy in.
Really? I don't think I ever went to it, but it was there and it did shut down.
Yeah, it was just, you got there, it was condescending, it felt like the crowd didn't, like the whole weekend was just kind of bunk. And then it was one of those college town bars where like, it felt like the managers of it were like king of that town, prince of that town. So they're trying to like big dog the comics for like girls, and you go, I don't care about any of this, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But so cause those college towns, especially like the guys who owns the bars, the guys that own the bars there could be very territorial.
And the thing, it is that way because especially Columbia, it's a very small town. So everybody there is like 25. There's nobody above the age of 30. It's like a town run by young people with big egos.
Yes, 100%.
It's a lot of fun though. I mean.
There was a lot of fun at night. Yeah, but it wasn't the best comedy scene. So your first set was in Columbia. Mm-hmm. Okay, and where was it at again?
It was called Eastside Tavern. I did it on a Tuesday night. I did comedy once a week.
Just signed up, showed up.
Yeah, word got out. All my friends came. It was a lot of fun, and it's kind of like crack. You do it once, you don't turn back.
And you know our employee Nate.
Yes, Nate.
Yeah, and where'd you meet him?
So I actually did a show last year. I went straight from the airport, bags and all, showed up, and Nate was on the show, and he started calling. He's like, "Oh, the family's in town," because I had all my suitcases. And then, I went up. He liked my comedy, and the rest is history. He set me up for Supernova.
Yeah.
He was like, "Come by," and we just became buddies. I mean, he's like the nicest dude.
Yeah, and what brings you out to LA?
I was up in San Diego. I did Mic Drop.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a great club.
Yeah, so I was there. I did that, and I did it over the weekend. So I decided to come out a little bit before. Did some spots at the store, and then I stayed for this.
Yeah.
And I leave tomorrow.
Because I bartended at Mic Drop when it was called the Comedy Palace.
Oh, yeah, it's new. Mic Drop's only been there for like a year.
Yeah, it was owned by 4 Syrian guys who it was just thrown together. But we sold it out every weekend for like 4 years because at the time there's nothing really in San Diego. So I managed the bar there for this like almost defunct Mediterranean restaurant that turned into a comedy club. We kind of saved their ass. So I have a lot of history in that building. There was an old tire in the corner of the kitchen the entire time.
You worked there?
The entire time we worked there. I remember there was one guy we had. There was the cook was an Iraqi war vet, but he fought for Iraq.
Oh wow!
Totally.
So other way,
And his name was Alan, and he was so.
His name was Alan.
And I went in the back one day, and he was holding on to his dentures and shaking the onion rings, right? And he put the basket down, put his hand into his ass. And I go, Alan, your hand is in your ass. He goes, no, not in my ass. I just touched the corners.
Oh my God, dude, I get worried about.
It's under all new management, by the way.
Yeah.
They're out. New managers are in. People from Phoenix, real good guy.
Yeah, no, they were really great all weekend. It was funny. I did my spots, and this woman, she messages me, and she, I'm not like the cleanest, I'm not the dirtiest, but I
Right.
fall in the middle.
That's a good album name. Not the cleanest, not the dirtiest.
Yeah. And she was like, hey, you want to come back out here and open up a BDSM show of mine? Pays good, and I'm like, I guess I'll see you in August.
Yeah, I go, was that a rhetorical question? Because I already bought my ticket.
Yeah, they were like, are you cool with being tickled? Would you want to get tickled after your set? I was like, do you want me to get violent? I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Tickle torture.
Yeah, that is
No.
torture. Tickling's not hot for me.
No one ever enjoyed it.
No.
Yeah, no.
I hate it.
Unless your parents were divorced 7-8 times, and then you just act like you enjoy it because you just want them to stick around.
Yeah, you'd be like, tickle me,
Yeah.
and you just cry through the tears.
Yeah, how many
Laugh through the
divorces in your
tears.
family?
One, but it lasted for like 20 years.
A 20-year divorce.
I swear, because not 20. Let's say it was like 16. It was really long because it happened when I was a kid, and then I moved states, and so they went back for like visitation and everything like that, and then they went back again when I moved back, and then my mom took my dad back to court like when I was like 18.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, so it literally was the
Yeah.
most drawn out thing.
Totally. You go, we'd like this to affect your adulthood as well.
Yeah, hey,
Like,
you
now
thought
that
you
you've
were
turned
done?
18, let's reel you back in.
Yeah.
And so, are they friends now?
Oh no,
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 not amicable.
no.
Did not mature.
No.
Not over it.
They hate each other.
Do they? Both not over it.
Yeah.
Have you seen FBI Files?
No.
It's a show from the early 2000s. I've watched every episode, and hopefully this doesn't end in murder.
Oh.
Because a lot of the episodes start like this.
My mom, it's so funny too. She was so strict and like hard growing up, and now she's like just does a bunch of shrooms and psychedelics, and she became a shaman. And
Oh my God.
yeah, and then my dad. I mean,
Shaman Karen.
yeah, no,
Karen Shaman.
Patricia.
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 I know, poor Karens are taking a beating.
Oh my God, it's like ruined people's lives.
It really has, because sometimes you need a Karen.
Yeah.
Bank line's not moving.
I
Karen walks in. Guess what? Bank line's moving.
and my mom, she was like the theoretical Karen. Like I hated how my mom's temper was, but man, there were times where you like in school or whatever, you'd be like, oh, wait till my mom calls.
100%.
Yeah.
Super Karen can be, but the thing is, it's a up and down industry being a Karen, and so Super Karen's great. Kid goes missing.
Karen.
Who are you gonna call? You're gonna call a bunch of Karens.
Yeah.
And they're gonna show up, and kid's gonna be found.
There's sometimes too like
A gaggle of Karens.
a gaggle of Karens.
A cackle of Karens.
A flock.
A flock of Karens.
A flock of K's. The special K diet.
Yeah, just
All Karens on ketamine.
all Karens on ketamine. Hey, there it is.
That's how we chill them all out.
What do you think we should name the podcast? We haven't named it yet.
Karens on ketamine.
Karens on ketamine.
I don't know. I like the fact that this is in the basement. It's like a maze. Getting down here, he's like, "You want to come do my podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, follow me into the depths."
100%. Would you like to pick out a pair of sunglasses?
I
We
would
have a
love
sunglass
to.
sponsor, I think. I just called them
I
up today,
think-
and they gave them to us. Quite
Oh,
frankly,
wow. I go with these.
it's a company called Gooder. They can't spell down there, so they left out the E. There's a bunch of different colors too.
I like.
Oh, did you pick Did you pick the color you wanted? Let's see what they look like. Yeah. What do you think? It looks like nope,
You don't like them?
too big.
Too big?
I think. What do you guys think?
I got a small head.
Yeah, I think those are too big.
I love. You know what? I love your honesty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You know what? I need you.
Yes.
I have so many questions about my life. I just need somebody to be like disgusting.
I've been thrown out of a lot of dressing rooms.
Oh no, that would be my favorite. I'd be like, tell me more. What do you hate? What should I get done?
You can just, you don't have to wrap it all up. You can put those here. I'll take those. Pick out the next.
Oh.
Keep going.
Different pair, please.
Let's see. You pick one. Let me pick one for you.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah,
see a
pick one
small.
for
No,
me.
no. You open that up. So we
I
need
just picked, this one was upside down, so I didn't get to see
okay.
it.
Take that.
But
Swedish meatball hangover is just what this one is called.
That's what that's called? This one's
Yeah.
called... Oh my god. Oh, wait. I thought it said gardening with Karen, but it says gardening with the Kraken.
Gardening with the Kraken. See these?
Maybe that's what you name your podcast. Maybe you pick up one of these sunglasses and you just choose your name. Gardening with the Kraken.
That's the name of them?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Because we called up their phone number today and they had a very funny voicemail. Okay, so this is Whiskey Shots with Satan. Funny. Swedish meatball hangover. Okay, so I think those look too big. Okay, those ones. Dawn of the New Sage.
Are they all going to be the same size?
No.
Nope.
Those are great.
Oh, those are those. Okay.
let me
Do
get-
you like purple? What's those? What are those?
These are gardening with the Kraken.
Gardening with the Kraken. Okay, so
look great.
you have the pair you need. That's for sure.
Yes.
But here, check these out. Put those on. These
Okay.
are called Dawn of a New Sage.
Ooh.
Yeah, put the let's see.
I love their marketing
Yeah,
team.
me too.
Yeah, it's great, Mark.
Dawn of a New Sage. The other ones, the middle ones. What do you guys think? Yeah.
Yeah.
Middle ones. Yeah. Not those.
Yeah.
The other ones, right?
The other ones, the purple.
Don't
No,
know
I think the purple ones are
the purple ones.
Those are the move?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll look at them later on too. Like we'll see. Yeah, give me that. You can have that. Yeah, I'll take this.
I'm not gonna lie. In the back of my head, I've been trying to think of my worst bomb this whole time.
Okay. Did you come up with one? Nothing popped in your head?
I remember one time I did comedy was when I was pretty new starting out, and it was the weirdest crowd. It was like my mom, her boyfriend, the bartender, and a random dude at the bar, and I did 20 minutes, and my laptop opened in front of me. Like I was like it was not good. It was just like I was reading them an essay I wrote in a fucked up
Wow.
literature class.
Yeah, I'm plagiarizing my own self.
Yeah.
That reminded me, I had one where Kobe Bryant scored 81 points famously against the Indiana Pacers. So I know the exact date if I looked it up. But I was performing at a bar in Long Beach. That was just a bar. They were barely expecting a show. And every once in a while, a comedy show just gets sprung upon the audience. And so
They don't know what to do with it.
Do not know what to do with it. So he's scoring 81 as I'm performing. Kobe Bryant in Long Beach. And the stage is next to the women's room. And so when women go to the bathroom, the door opens up and covers you up, and then you
Stop.
Yes, worst. And I literally got off stage. I go, and I'm done, and I just watched Kobe Bryant's 81.
Yeah.
You have a website?
So yeah, I have a website. It's called laughhigher.com.
Laughhigher.com.
Yeah.
And is it like gooder, or do you use the ER?
ER.
Laughhigher.com.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, you were wonderful. Have a great night. Maybe even come back after your set and talk about how you did and what you did.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not my biggest bomb.
Okay, cool. And we're going to record tonight and put it on Sirius Radio and not pay you.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Beautiful. This is the consent. No.
You took the sunglasses.
Yeah, you took this. It's in the writing.
Well, you were
Read
wonderful.
between the lines.
I will, yeah, totally. I can't read between on top of the
I
lines.
can't read at all.
Okay, which sunglasses did you pick?
Remember we have Gardening with the Kraken.
Gardening with the Kraken.
Yes.
Perfect. And you were wonderful. All right, have fun up there tonight.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
You text me if they have it.
The recording, yeah, absolutely.
No, don't worry about it. I'm going to spend my whole. We're laughing because I did like 3 new things because the crowd was crazy good.
Yeah.
Crazy good. You should be so proud.
Thank you.
You drew such an amazing crowd.
Thank you.
Sounds perfect. Stage is perfect. And I'm up there, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit that like I didn't expect it to be so amazing.
Yeah.
And then when it's so amazing, as a comic, that's when you improvise and that's when you mess around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't I just record this fucking thing?
And the short-term memory for anybody is so often. Long-term, you can remember the person who slighted you in the first grade, but not the great joke you just came up with.
I just said it. And dude, I said to everybody, I was like, this is obnoxious, but did you listen to my set? And everyone was like, yeah. And I was like, what was the thing that I said? I got to write that down. And no one has any idea.
That perfectly describes the low self-esteem, high self-esteem of comedians where you go, this is going to sound obnoxious, but did you listen to my set? I know you handed me a microphone and there was amplifiers.
Well, that's the great joke. Oh, yeah, that too.
Totally.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
I'm sorry that I'm asking you if you watched my set. I know
but a lot of people on the phone's not really listening, not in there. Have you heard this joke? The cops, somebody is killed at a weekend, like a Saturday night funny bone. Somebody's murdered. So the cops come and they go, somebody was... I don't know if I'll get this right, but they go, somebody was murdered at the show. And the comedian goes, early show or late show? Like, which set? What show did they see? They want to know if it was the good set or the bad set. Yeah, isn't that stupid? I don't think
it's a late show. There's no question.
It's got to be murder is late show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. If we were starting FBI Files episode, it would start with the late show.
For sure.
What's the worst set you've ever had?
I did a show for one person once.
Where?
That was pretty bad. At the Boston Comedy Club in New York, the most confusing name of a comedy club. But there's one person. That's not a good answer. Because that wasn't that bad.
Right.
Because you could just talk to him. You know what I mean? It was actually kind of nice. It was like doing late night actually.
Right.
It's just like just talk to the host. But I did a show. I did a lot of colleges, and a lot of times no one could do what you do, and obviously you're a great comic, but promote a show as well. So you would be in a cafeteria where they set up like 300 chairs and no one is there except the 5 students that promoted it.
Yeah.
And the shows were really bad, but what I remember about it was the trick was you'd just start being funny with them. Mm-hmm. And then you'd go, don't introduce me. And you just go on stage and keep bullshitting.
Yes, 100%.
For an hour.
Yeah.
And work as many of your jokes in as you can, because honestly, you're saving them from the awkwardness.
Yes.
It's like I don't know, there's got to be some sex work comparison, but there's something just missing and everybody loses. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're the social lubricant.
Yeah, but your gift then is just like, let me just get this over with.
Yeah.
Like I'll just do my sexy dance.
And it's funny that you make this motion, because when I used to do colleges, I did perform like
Waka
that.
waka.
It's weird. Is that what that is? 'Cause what is that?
They
Is
wanna
that
waka
I would
waka.
literally just gather them in and be like, come in, and it would go.
No, it's like busking.
well.
We're not, Irish guitar players.
Yeah, you're right.
But there's a busking quality to
Yeah.
colleges. But I did one where there was an active elevator behind me. So like every once in a while the doors would open and students would get off, or more often they'd stay on because they were going to go to the lounge.
Right.
But oh God, there's a comedy show.
That's-
That's what it is. Ignore an eye patch.
Oh, the memory's been triggered.
There's no greater joy in my life than ignoring an eye patch. It's because the guy before me, Matt, made fun of he it was totally within bounds, but he made fun of a guy with an eye patch, as you would. And I told a
Which is the only thing to
story
do.
about how there's no greater joy in my life than ignoring an eye patch. And the other one was Kiss My Doctor. Yes.
And now it's all coming back. Now, did the eye patch memory bring back the Kiss My Doctor thing?
Yeah,
It's stored there, like old acid in a.
But dude, I feel elated right now because
Yes, you remember.
none of that was written down, but it was like he said iPad. I don't know what it was. Bad shows. Just talking about bad shows. So I owe you twice.
Perfect.
You always do great shows. You're always so kind.
Thank you.
And funny.
People
And
ask
now
us
you
why
help me
we're
with the
busy. I
jokes.
go, we're in the comedian customer service business, and then it's
nice.
busy.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I think I cut you off. What was the last thing you said?
You didn't. I was just complimenting you, but I think you got it.
Thank you. We have a sunglass. People
Yeah.
gave us free sunglasses. Would you like some?
I have a 4-year-old who just takes them and
Okay,
snaps
great.
them.
Yo,
So,
we
yeah.
have. Okay. How about we got different? This is a very funny company.
Okay.
Okay, sunbathing with wizards, iced by yetis.
Does that mean the Yetis are hitmen, like assassins?
Here, actually, wait. You just look at the colors too. There's
hit
many
snowmen?
colors. Yeah, there's many colors.
Oh, those are the colors.
Yeah, those are the well. There's colors and styles. We just picked them up today. They were really nice on the phone. I called them up, and I think their website's funny. And I was like, I want to buy 12 sunglasses. Can you bring them up to me in Hollywood if I buy them? And they go, what? And they go, we'll just give them to you. I go, okay. It was
You're a lady.
the quickest.
How's this?
Great.
Is this
May I
okay?
see?
You can tell me.
May I see?
Just shoot me straight.
Hold on.
Actually, I like that.
Let me
Okay,
see.
you do?
Can
Okay.
I, no, those are too small for him. No, 100% no. No,
She
Jenny's
likes 'em.
totally wrong.
They're
No,
a great
Jenny's
color.
wrong.
Good
No.
color, wrong size.
They
though.
are,
Do
they
you
are.
agree?
Yeah.
Well,
Wrong
it
side?
looked
Great
like
color.
it looked like.
Okay, yeah, you're another big man, so you know.
Yeah.
All right, give me. Don't. I have COVID, so don't give those to anybody. I'm just kidding. Are there bigger
Try
ones?
those.
Are they all the same
There are
size?
bigger ones. There are bigger ones.
I think these are the same size, Mark. Oh, are these bigger?
Those are a little bit bigger.
Those are definitely
But
bigger.
they're not the color that looks good on
Okay,
Okay.
hold on. We got more.
All right.
We got like literally 6 different styles. You want the right ones. Oh shit, this might be them. And those match your shirt.
Oh. Are these the small ones again?
Nah, a little
You're
bit.
making small face.
No, there's.
You're making small face. As a big guy, I know what small face looks like.
Yeah, it's scrunched. You know,
It's
pink.
like,
Is
I
pink
don't
your
know.
color? Flamingos on Booze Cruise.
Oh.
Okay, let's not be
I
afraid
think I've
of.
done that gig.
Oh, let's not
Oh,
be
these are
afraid.
just black. That's not as fun though.
Those look good.
Those,
look
no,
good?
here these are
Okay,
these are large.
These will be the runner up if these don't work. How are these?
Let's see. Let me see.
You don't want that sound.
Hold on, Pete. Let me see.
This is your podcast, trying on sunglasses. That's interesting.
Hold on.
I actually meant that.
These are the Yeti ones.
All right.
Yeti sounds large. And then
I don't know if they like.
Oh, let
the
me
white.
see.
Yeah, he said no. That was a quick no.
those are no.
I liked the black ones.
Go to
Yes.
the black.
The black or the winners?
Or the first one that you
Or
put
the
on.
first one.
The first two red ones.
Like they were like
It-
brown.
It was like turtle or something.
Okay.
Tortoise.
Tortoise.
They were
Turtle.
tortoise.
Turtle.
Oh, these ones. I feel bad that
Let me see. No, I don't feel bad at
I'm
all.
sweaty and people are gonna wear these now.
This is what they're for.
These.
Oh yeah,
these
those are the
guys.
ones.
These are the ones.
Yes, yes.
Let's see.
Yes.
Okay. You just.
Those
think
are
they're
100%
small.
the ones.
They
You're
look
right. No, they're
yes.
right.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, you
I
tell
was
me.
right the first time.
Yeah, these are fine. I mean, they're more than fine. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. What
thanks.
a kind gift.
Those are
And
them.
don't tell Craig Robinson that I wore all these. Why are you letting white people wear my glasses? I can't do him, but he's very flat. Why are you?
What's next for Pete Holmes? What's on the goal sheet?
Well, I think I'm gonna go on the road with my killer Craig Robinson impression.
Well, you can get booked on that. You can get booked on that, and I
There
heard,
you go.
Yeah. And nothing can go wrong doing that for
Well, I don't know when this is coming out. I gotta go because I want to get
have fun.
towed. But
Thank you.
I'm on the road right now. PeteHolmes.com.
PeteHolmes.com.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Bye-bye. I'm thrilled that I remember those days.
He's like 6'8", he's like lurch, he's like real dry, and he's like got all these stories, so the Bills put it onto this fake movie trailer that he's like, if it fucking blows up, we'll make the thing. And he just is like, I just want to do fun shit. So I was down there in Anaheim shooting that today, and it was like,
Oh, awesome.
yeah, so fun, yeah. But also, it was selfishly, and he kept apologizing. He goes, I'm sorry, I just fucking, he just kept going at me and be like, just apologizing for underutilizing your talents. I'm like, Bill, you call me to do anything, I'm gonna come do it. You could have called me to just come like babysit your kids. And he was like, he was just hanging with him in a set outside of a club where there's no, and he's also directing it, was like, I don't know. I'm telling you because we both love him, and
100%.
And you've, have
you
a
guys
real good
recording?
thing with him too.
Can you face
Record,
a little
record.
bit more? So you're seeing more or less of your profile and more of your face.
So you want me to face?
No, you're fine how you are, but
Oh, I got you. Oh, we're doing. Oh, I got
cheat
you.
a little bit.
No,
out.
I got you.
Yeah, but the
Just keep
mic,
out.
we're gonna keep it down here. See how Mark is kind of down?
Yeah,
These
yeah.
ones are pretty sensitive, so
Okay.
yeah. It's not like one of the like an SM7 where you have to like really. You don't need to do that with this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, how about right there?
Yeah, that's cool because just the plosives really come through on this mic. So as long as you're not like directly
Of course.
on it.
I just know some people don't like their side profile, so.
Oh yeah, I definitely don't like that side either. I think so.
There
Thank
you.
you.
Go. Awesome.
So,
Wow.
if you
Try
want
not
full
liking the
frontal-
front of your face.
Okay.
The whole thing.
I just gotta bring it a little down because it's blocking you, buddy. There we go.
Nate posted a picture of me on Instagram. I told him to stop posting. I'm joking.
Okay.
All right, we're rolling.
Sorry, I'm in
All
acting
right.
mode.
So
Go
you're
ahead.
shooting with Bill Burr today?
Shooting with Bill Burr. It's a new rom-com. Bill and I play. We used to be dads of. I'm full of shit, but yeah, I was shooting with Burr, and that's how you improv, kids. You commit for 4 seconds and then you bail.
You bail.
Hi, I'm Adam Ray.
Welcome to Bailing on the Bit with Adam Ray.
Yeah, that sounds like a good improv class to not take.
You gotta know when to bail and when
Let me
to
ask you
sail.
this real quick. I'll tell you. And when to what?
When to sail and when to bail on the bit boat.
And I'm signing back up for the class.
201.
Let me ask you this: did you ever take an improv class in LA?
Absolutely.
Yes. I feel like it's almost every comic, I don't want to say should, but I remember taking classes at the Groundlings where there were like lawyers and accountants there because, as they say, they go, it's good for every
Right.
profession. But
I failed UCB 1 because they said I was too funny. But then they have you go to the show. They go, don't just come out funny. You got to come out and feel it.
Oh, you can't
But
just
then
come
you go to
out-
the show and they come out like fire.
yeah,
You know, but
well, they
I
don't
had-
want you just to make jokes. They want you to like set people up and like
Totally.
yes and
But how do you not be funny when you're on stage this many years in? And so they were just like, you started too funny and we failed you for being funny. I was like, I carried this show. You know, I was like 17 years in. But
my
luckily
God.
that one went out of business. Probably right after. The UCB on Sunset.
on Sunset.
Yeah, that was actually a really great campus and all that. but
It was awesome. It's where I met and performed with Robin Williams.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell that story though. But so when I was 5, though, yeah, no, of course, I was taking classes there, and then they had something called the Jam, where you could go to UCB and pop up on stage. Basically, it was like, you know, all the entire audience was comprised of students, and then they would have UCB legends, and then guest performers be up there, and basically. They'd go, who wants to come up and play? And then fucking everyone's raising their hand. And I went to this one because my
Wow.
buddy was like, I think Robin Williams is going to be there. And that's my guy. Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Sandler, Eddie Murphy, Farley. I even say Sinbad is the first stand-up I saw before Eddie Murphy.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr., Sean Kemp. We'll throw a Dirte in there.
Dirte,
Dirte,
Wilkins.
my brother-in-law.
Who's the head coach that won for the Seattle Sonics in '78? Is that
Lenny Wilkins. Yeah.
I'm a
But
Lenny
but I didn't grow up with him.
Got it.
You're older than me, even though you look younger than me. Yeah, it was. I was scared. I didn't want to go because I was like, I don't even want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we all have those people where you go. Not that I fantasize about being best friends with them and like fucking it up, but I went there being like, oh, I'm gonna want to raise my hand and I don't want to. So I'm in there, and I literally just feel my hand go up, and I'm like, put it down, you pussy, put it down, you like, I don't want, and the guy just goes, you, and I was like, oh no, and I fucking got up and went on stage, and just stepping on the stage, and he's there, and he was like, hello, how are you? And I was like, I can't fucking believe this.
What year was it?
2007.
That's when we first met. We met in 07.
Yeah, that's right. Great call. And Mrs. Doubtfire, which is not only one of my favorite movies of all time, was also an influential movie in many ways because my buddy went to see it for his birthday 2 weeks after my folks split. His dad didn't take me there for that reason, but he just was like, Mrs. Doubtfire, you see the trailers, it was like, hello, it's a run by fruiting. It looks like a Robin Williams comedy. Divorce is a heavy theme. The opening scene is Sally Field having a breakdown being like, get the fuck out! And I'm sitting there being like, I just saw this fight 2 weeks ago. I'm very triggered. It's like taking somebody to fucking back to Afghanistan 2 weeks
100%.
after they saw Black Hawk Down, you know? And so I was like, I don't want to be here. I thought this was a comedy, and I'm like crying and holding back tears. And I'm like, my buddy's like, are you all right? I'm like, it's just so funny, man. And then
I was like that with Something About Mary. The first time I walked out, I didn't laugh the whole time. I go, that was Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the second time I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing.
yeah,
I know what you're saying.
Yes, it was. Yeah, totally. Once I got older and got through the divorce,
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
And
Let's
so
go to the Wayback Machine. Hold on. We got a sunglass sponsor. Let's go back. We plan on going back.
I'll put a pin in the Robin Williams story, or maybe that'll be a part 2.
Do you want to go back to it?
No,
Did I cut you off on the Robin Williams story?
no.
Okay, cool.
Whatever's in the mystery bag feels cooler.
Hold on. We're just going to put these on. I picked out this pair for
How did you
you.
meet him though?
What's that?
How did you meet him though?
Oh, on stage at the show, yeah. And then we got up there, we improvised. I guess you're right. There's not much more to it. There is. I stood forward. Basically, they did a thing where they ended a scene, and then Robin just stood forward, and then I stood forward too and joined him on stage. And then he started just doing gibberish, and like he started the scene by going like, and I just stood forward and I go, we here at Subway want to tell you about our new sandwich. And he looked at me and goes, ah! And like laughed because he thought that was like a funny start to the scene. And then we improvised a scene that was him basically speaking in gibberish, and I was like, Subway's expanding to all parts of the country. And then Robin would say something in gibberish, and then I would translate, and we did that back and forth for like 3 minutes.
That's incredible.
It was unreal. I blacked out.
Did he hang out with you afterwards?
He just gave me a hug and just did like a big smile and said something, and I just didn't even hear it.
Was he sober at the time?
I don't know. Great question.
Because was it when he had...
He was as funny as he was unreal. So I don't know.
I think he was, because that was when he was coming to the Improv too. Remember when he came to the Improv and sat in the corner?
Yes.
He was drinking hot tea, and I remember him specifically being like publicly sober.
Yep, cool.
And like on point, and
Yep.
he kept popping in and popping in.
It was unreal. He was so, and then he was at the Comedy Store one night, and like a few comics who I won't say their name were like, I can't believe he was just up there like riffing for like 45 minutes, and they were bummed that they got bumped, but I was just like, one of them, again, I won't say her name, but she said, I can't believe he's just like, he's not even funny, he's just blabbing, and I was like, I was so baffled.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, everyone says things about, it's just a part of being a human being. We all, there's just different degrees to shit talk and however you want to label it. Hopefully as you get older, you reel it in, and it's more of venting than talking shit, where you're like, I just need to talk. You know what I'm saying? You almost use it to like bounce off a pal to go, I want to learn from this experience. So I'm doing that. I'm sharing it because of that reason instead of just feeding off the negativity. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I took it as the latter. Anyway, what do we got in the? Are those Raycons? What are those? Sorry, man. I'm pumped to be here on the podcast.
We have a sponsor ready. It's Gooder. Try those on. I picked those for you. What do you think?
Gooder. It's who sponsored this? Jeff Dye? And that's a funny joke because Jeff is publicly dyslexic and
He can't spell. He can't think too good.
No, he can't. But Jeff is a great comic and a handsome man. And when we first met, he would mispronounce words and do all sorts of things. And I was like nervous to call him out on it. And then we became good buds, and it was fun to poke fun at. But I think he even has a special. See, it's a plug for Jeff Dye. I think it's called I did that good, or I'm funny as Gooder. Is it Jeff Dye? Google Jeff Dye plus Gooder or shirtless pic, whatever.
And actually, these are the ones you want. Sunbathing with Wizards. I think that they're correct color for what
Straight
you got.
up,
Try
straight
those
up.
on. Try those on.
Try them on right now.
Yeah. Because we have different kinds here. We have many different kinds.
This is like when the grandpa gives the grandson goggles so he can see color for the first time, and he goes, those make me cry so much, and the kid goes, lemon lime. That's what purple is. And the grandpa's like, yeah, you wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. And the kid's like, those make me cry so much. These are awesome. They
Right.
feel great.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a live read of the ad that's not the ad, but it's based on my feeling. These feel great on my face.
Feel it on the face.
They fit my eyes. They look cool, and I only say that because I'm looking at Mark, and I feel like I'm looking in a mirror. And when you put on Gooder, you're going to like looking at yourself. And not every day. Look, we all wake up. Hi, I'm Adam Wright. And look, there's days where we all wake up and you go, you piece of shit. Who would ever touch your dick? And then you go, oh, that's right, I'm married. Hopefully still my wife. And then you put on a pair of Gooders and go, whew, life just got a whole lot good. And then you put on some Home Improvement and you realize how funny Tim Allen is actually when he goes off the script. These are awesome. But guess what?
What color?
Mark, is there slip?
What style did you?
Mark, is there slip?
No slip.
Is there bounce?
No bounce.
They're polarized though, right?
All polarized.
How much fun is there?
More fun than you can handle, baby.
Ooh, now that is something I can get behind. Or in front of.
Yeah. So much fun you go on a manic episode. And get thrown into prison.
Hell yeah. And bribe your way out by selling candy cigarettes on the corner of Fairfax and uh-oh.
But if you cheek these Gooders and bring them into prison, you be the coolest guy in the yard. Gooder. San Quentin.
San Quentin just got a whole lot gooder.
Hey, let's do that. Is this motto taken? Gooder. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
I've
Is
never
that a
heard that
motto?
before.
No,
Nope.
does that have
Never heard that.
I haven't heard that.
Doesn't pertain to suits or guys with beards.
You're gonna
or
like
guys
the
with
way you
beards that
look.
look like rabbis.
I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Now, how about this? You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
I gooder tea it. I booker tea it. Now let's talk about.
I'm not allowed to drink around Adam. Some of her friends know, so I brought a martini glass. Do you ever see me in No
Funny,
Vacancy when I was
funny.
dancing with this thing?
Yeah,
Because it
I know.
unplugs and it'll stay charged too if you could put batteries in it. And I was just fucking having a good
Is
old
that a sponsor too?
time. The neon lights thing.
I'm actually a big fan of that.
Oh yeah, big time. Because this is the thing. You bring this to a wedding with the batteries in it, dude, because you really just want something to drink with, right? So I went to No Vacancy and clubbed with this thing and had it like over my head as
You're like the guy with the speaker on his backpack.
Yeah, totally. It was. But I got to tell you, it
You ever go
adds
play
a lot.
basketball at pickup game? There's always a guy with a speaker backpack, and you're like, "Fuck, where'd you get that?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Online, baby." And you're
I'll
like,
tell you what.
and he says it in a way that makes you feel like you don't have the internet.
Dude, 100%.
But that's great. This should be there should be something for every episode that if a guest goes, "That's awesome," you go, "Do you want it?" But you had purposely put it there because
Right.
you knew they were gonna go, "Oh, that's dope," and then you go, "Here it is," and then turns out you're sponsored by that. Once
Right.
you start to accumulate more sponsors.
And then they take the one thing you care about, and you're like, that's the thing you're going to take?
Yeah, that's actually
Oh,
not a
how about
sponsor,
that
man.
at
Yeah.
all?
No, you can take that, man.
They take your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You go, fuck, man. Second time in this podcast. Son of a bitch. Someone go find a new girlfriend.
Oh my god! So what's this podcast called?
We don't know. That's funny you say that. It doesn't. It's
Truly
on
the first
yet,
step?
on yet untitled.
I mean, once you have some more living legends that are performing on the Bourbon Room shows, you'll figure out where this ep falls. But I mean, what would just don't think, say it. What title comes to mind? That's because you watch a lot of shows, a lot of sports shows, a lot of pods. You're good with you read books. You like you've
Well, we had after sets.
After sets.
Or only sets.
After sets.
Only sets.
Or
No,
time.
after. Think about it. After sets, right? Come on.
after sets.
Like-
yeah, it
like-
doesn't it doesn't roll off the tongue, but it is after after something. Yeah,
Well, we said after sex, right?
Only sets. How about no one cares?
No one cares. Is Hustle and Flow taken? Hustle and Flow.
What about the Joe Rogan Experience?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
no.
That's taken.
2,
Two.
the new batch.
The new batch. Oh, there it is. There it is.
How about Sister Act 2? I don't I don't
Well,
know.
our company's called Dusted Company.
Comedies.
If
I mean, is
people
there
watch-
comedy? No, you don't. I hear what you're saying. It's like I just heard Shanks and King Condon talking about they had a podcast name and they changed it to This Bitch, and Joe was really a big fan of it, and I was like, oh, that is a fun title. And Joe's like, because everyone says that, this bitch. He was really silly with them. It was really great, but the title like something that pops like that, not something that's for me. That didn't sound like a title. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think that's like always like
Figure it out.
How about uncharted territory?
Uncharted territory. And it's also about
Ooh.
explorers. Who's your favorite explorer?
Gulliver's Travel. How about comics doing comics doing comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a special surprise guest coming down.
If you want to put the way back glasses on, what was your first car?
An '88 Chevy Spectrum, and I totaled it because I
should
should have died. Oh my God!
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
Best friend up in Seattle, Adam French, was in the passenger seat, and we were going to see a movie. And there was a car of our buddies in front of us, and we pulled down to the bottom of the hill at the place my mom and I were living at, and we stopped at the stoplight, and Adam French was in the other car, and I was riding solo. And so it was Adam and this kid Evan Hatch, and Adam, we didn't have cell phones, and he was like, we're going to go to this theater instead. So he gets out. It was a little 88 Chevy Spectrum was a box, like truly the Hardy Boys. It was like, it looks like it was made out. It was like a Pinewood Derby car. It was like a box car. It was so, my mom.
It's on the Spectrum.
It was on the Spectrum. My mom, she bought it from a lot. It was used. I think it was like $1,800. She talked the guy down to $1,100. I think she Sally Field Forrest Gump the guy, and he was like, "Your mama sure does care about your transportation." And so we get in the car, and Adam French runs out, and he goes up to my window at the passenger side. He goes, "We're going to Malik 9 instead of Alderwood." And I go, "Cool." And then the light in front of us turned green, and Adam French, who was in my car, Adam French was in my car riding shotgun. He ran up to tell Evan we're going to the other theater. The light turned green, and I just waved him off and said, just get in the car with Evan and go. And then we go up to the next light, and I turned left, and I was following them, and I didn't yield, and they turned out of the way, and a giant F-150, 350 was coming at me dead on, and I literally grabbed the wheel, and I go, that's it. That's where I literally go, that's it. And then the car was still moving because I went into shock, and then I just turned the wheel, and instead of hitting me dead on, it T-boned me. And
really?
Which means Adam French was supposed to be there. I mean,
no,
he would have been gone.
God.
So then the car knocked me way back, and I fucking spun around, glass shattered. When I finally came to a stop, I do this. I'm like, holy shit, I'm still alive. I get out. It was right in front of an AM/PM. And there's a homeless guy standing right there, and he's scratching his dick, and he just goes, "Man, you got fucked up." And that was the first thing I heard, and I thought I wasn't still sure if I was dead or not, because I was like, maybe they got bums in heaven. I don't know. Hopefully that's where I was. And so then I start walking across the street. He's like, "Man," and then he starts to recount the story. He goes, "Man, you were going this way, and now we're doing that way, and the truck come in, and fucking boom, bang, beam, and fucking ba-da-da-da, and then fucking you, and then you spun around, man, and here you are, baby," and just started like telling me, and then I fucking gave him a hug, because I was so like, I was just like, holy shit. He was like, "You lucky to be alive, baby. You
just got T-boned.
You just got T-boned. Speaking of T-bone, you got $5. Yeah.
Then he hits you with the blues song, but T-Bone.
It would have been great if he pulled out a guitar and sang some blues. And then I called my mom and go, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not dead." She goes, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "I got fucking the car's totaled." She goes, "I did a lot for that car, you know." I finally did anal for that car. No. And wouldn't that be crazy if she said that though?
The car's totaled.
The car's totaled. Serritella coming to us, say tagging bits. Maybe that's a title.
I go to your house for Thanksgiving, so I'm not finishing that joke. We'll finish that.
No, that's great. That's the end
time.
of the joke. The car's totaled. I got what you meant by that. Insinuation.
Insinuation 101 at UCB. That's why I failed.
That is really funny. I might use that. That's funny. Tell that story with that. So my mom Forrest Gumped it, and then the car's totaled.
What's on the goal sheet?
For 2023?
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, I know.
You just got married. What's it like being new? Why wasn't I invited to the wedding?
Let's be honest, man. You make a lot of jokes about my mom's sexual past. No, you were there. You were in my one of my groomsmen.
In the wedding.
I think goals are a funny thing in this business.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's so much you can't control. There's a lot you can't control. I just want to be calm, sturdy in my sturdy and poised in my follow through on stuff that I want to do, and not even for the fact of like saying I did it and did it, but like there's so many things that I like see in my head of like, you know, even the numerous things we've written together. You know, one of them is going to get made at some point. I'm confident in that. Mm-hmm. But also, the journey of doing that, we've both gotten so much out of that we don't even realize. Not only just, you know what I'm saying? Like the amount of laughing and writing and butting heads on it. It's like you grow so much in that stuff. But Syphilis, yeah, was a movie that we pitched to Robert Downey Jr. and he was like, "Well, I've already got a gonorrhea movie in the works, so that's not going to work out for this year, but But I'm thinking that maybe, look, syphilis is something that's, it's not a great name for a podcast, maybe tagging bits or innuendos. I don't know, would you, after sets or something? I know somebody, I think it was Chase or Chad or Trevor Wallace. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
So I think there's something about syphilis that we all...
You know I said Sister Phyllis, right?
Well, Sister Phyllis had syphilis, and that was an acting exercise I used to teach my students back at DeVry. I taught at DeVry. Do you know that? So I would say keep on...
Went to rehab there.
Keep
Went to rehab
on-
at DeVry.
Yeah. I would say, always stay alive.
You almost have
Keep
the
good
goals of the
health.
Mayflower. Like, when I get to Plymouth Rock, I don't want to be murdered by Native
look,
Americans.
special. I keep putting off really trying to, whether it's, get maybe some people to come out to watch. I know that like there's places that just aren't acquiring specials, but then like I've got some people in my world that are doing pretty big stuff that I'm at some point needing to fully take advantage of their acceptance of me and push something in their face to be like, will you help me do this?
Yeah.
But no, so I'm just trying to line those chess pieces up. But but yeah, I don't know. Pretty happy though. Up days and down days. But yeah, following through is big. I feel like if the amount of that's what I'm trying to hold myself accountable for.
Yeah.
So I guess that is an overarching goal. And then also, also make sure my goal is always to like make sure, and you know this because you've got to know my family really well,
Mm-hmm.
like make sure that they continue to like reap the benefits of the life that I'm getting to live, which is to me like very whatever, but like making sure to continue to share with them so that they get to, I don't know, it makes me feel good I'm filling my tank, filling theirs because it fills mine.
Cultivate the codependent garden.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same thing. You know that, baby.
Well, yeah, I'm the fucking mayor of Codependent City, or at least,
Mayor, welcome to the podcast, the mayor of Codependent City.
well, yeah, not that or maybe I am.
I'm right
What
here,
is it?
deputy
You tell me-
mayor.
It's the
Yeah.
way that you
Yeah.
even told me one time. You're like, you don't have to stop helping your sister and brother-in-law and nieces and nephew, but you can cut it back.
That is it.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
you gotta-
right.
yeah,
You did
yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
You're giving a lot of advice. You forget.
Totally.
Maybe
Yeah.
you were fucking dancing with that, dancing with the moonlight.
Maybe it's a 2.5-year streak.
Did you see Jack Nicholson at the Laker game? How
Yeah,
fucking
that was
awesome
great.
that?
You look good.
He looked great. Want to hear a quick Jack Nicholson story?
Yeah, of course.
I go to a Laker game. There's a little private lounge that's like, there's like, I think now an even more private Laker lounge that Jeannie Buss and the rest of the gang get to hang out in. But this was like a kind of a public private
More
thing.
private than private.
And Chevy Chase was there, and I just seen him at the Comedy Store and got to know his daughter Kaylee, who plays keys and is a great comic at the store. And Chevy had seen me there, and we were chumming it up, and he was like, "Oh, I used to sit courtside with Jack, and Bird and Magic used to come give us dabs and quote lines from movies and stuff." I was like, "That's fucking awesome." And then there's a little hallway that almost looks like this little room that was in the back of that thing, and there was 2 bathroom stalls, and there was a corner of the hallway for the bathroom, and Jack's sitting there holding a coffee with his legs spread wide open, sitting in the corner, facing the line of people that are in line for the bathroom, and he's just sitting here like this. He just, and holding his coffee, and everyone, there's the line out the door is about 5 deep, but in the little hallway, there's about 4 people nudged in there. And so everyone's standing there, and everyone's just kind of like out of the corner of their eye like this. Like, I say that's one of the bathroom doors, and you're Jack in the corner, so everyone's kind of doing this.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, and he's just staring, not avoiding eye contact.
Sunglasses on or off for him? Jack.
On.
Okay.
On. Great
So-
question. So this frat kid comes in behind me, loud. He's coming in hot. And he's coming in laughing because you hear him, the thing he says before, when you can always hear like the last audible line to
Yes.
the other room, but he brings it into your room. So he just goes, "Yeah, man, well, fucking, I'll really tell you where to put that pretzel if you keep looking at me like that, you fucking loser." And then he comes in and then he was like, "I got a fucking shit," or whatever he did, And so Jack's in there, and in my head I'm just like, "Fuck, this guy's gonna say something to Jack." So then literally he's right behind me. He's literally right behind me because I'm like, everyone's been playing it cool, and then literally I just feel him. He's right behind me, and he just goes, "No fucking way!" And I'm like, "Oh God!" And then I look over, I kind of do this, and the guy just looking, he just goes, "Dude, what the fuck, man?" He goes, "Jack, what up, man?" He goes, he just goes, "How are you?" And then the guy goes, "What are you doing, dog?" And Jack literally verbatim goes, "What does it look like? I'm having a fucking coffee." Yeah. Awesome. And then the guy goes, "No doubt." And then like,
No doubt.
damn it. And then that was a wrap.
He just went back to the seat and yelled at his girlfriend, too. He's like,
Of course.
Why took so long? He's like, shut up!
Yeah. We're not hanging out with Jack Nicholson tonight. What does that even mean?
And then she leaves with him. That's the thing. It's like, once you've embarrassed yourself like that, and the girl goes down to the bathroom, next thing you know, she's sitting on his lap. Just goes all wrong.
I know. What else? Goals? What else?
Married now. What's it like? Difference? How are you feeling? You gonna have a kid?
We talk about it.
You can steal a baby. You can hire someone to steal a baby for $400.
So look, we go back and forth.
We're doing that.
I'm not stealing. I'm having.
Got it.
We met a buddy of mine's. My niece's nephew are adorable. She's got a new niece and a nephew that's just God's gift to the world. But then we have friends with kids where you meet them and you're like, you're dead behind the eyes. I have a friend with a 6-month-old and he stares at me after I do peekaboo for like 30 to 35 minutes and he just looks at me and goes, "You know I've seen Die Hard, right?" And I'm like, You think peekaboo is what I like? You know what I'm saying?
Peekaboo your eye out.
Yeah. Peekaboo, yeah. flicks his binky in my face. And so, but the kid's got a cute face, but dead behind the eyes.
Bank, two in this thing. Bank, you go, Jesus, demented.
One in the stink, two in the piggy bank. He's like, I can't rhyme yet.
I'm in there. I got some.
I'm trying. Yeah. So, I think so. And then we went to my buddy's kid's bar mitzvah on Friday at his house, and there's a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old now, and then a 10-year-old daughter, and they're like all such good buds. And they all gave speeches about each other, and it was really heartwarming. And Amanda looks over at me, and she's like, "We're having 3 next week." And I was like, "I don't think you know how the human body works." Yeah. And then, it was really sweet. So yes, but I'm terrified, and I think there's no right time. But sooner than later, I want my mom and stepdad and dad to be able to enjoy that. And my mom was always like, "You don't want to be like 50 and on the ground, and you can't play horsey with them like you did with your nieces, and you can't do all that." And I'm like, "I'm in great shape." Yeah. And then, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe a couple years. But check back with me tomorrow.
Every day.
Yeah. I don't know. You love being an uncle.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'll be going back. I'm excited to be going back more often, too.
You'd be a great dad.
I told you some of the plans, too, about possibly opening a club in St. Petersburg.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a podcast out there. My friend Bobby Fish, kind of being bi-coastal. And a lot of that is near the kids a little bit more often. Also, St. Petersburg doesn't have a comedy club. And hopefully you'll be headlining that in one of the first weeks we're out there. If not the first. You and I are going to Atlanta. What's your website? AdamRayComedy.com. Adam Ray Comedy on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. Atlanta this weekend, and then Irvine, and then Reno, and Sacramento, and Seattle, and it's all there. We on a world tour.
Podcast about last night. Check that out.
Yeah, great podcast. What style of glasses do you get? They usually have a funny name.
Oh, these are gooder.
But it says a name on the side. There's a style too. It says
sunbathing with lizards. No slip, no bounce, and polarized. All fun. Gooder. Make your life a little bit better. Hashtag gooder.
Hashtag gooder. Hashtag gooder. Hashtag fuck grammar.
Fuck grammar.
The grammar police.
But not Kelsey.
Not Kelsey Grammer.
Niles. My Fraser Crane is very similar to my John Lithgow. Harry. Niles.
Excellent, dude. Excellent. Pitch it to Saturday Night Live in 2 fucking weeks.
That was my tape. I'm going to use this footage.
There. I'll send it in for you. I'll feed it over.
Thank you.
So we got Jay Washington here. We're at the Bourbon Room, Whiskey Business. We had Tiffany Haddish, Craig Robinson, Pete Holmes, Matt Rife, and Jay Washington.
Man, I feel honored being added amongst them names. Like, these are a bunch of people I respect, B, I fucks with heavily, and C, I just admire their work.
Yes.
And so just being a part of all that, is dope for me.
Definitely. And for the people that are kind of listening for the first time, because really it's our first one. So for everyone listening, we have a show. It's here at the Bourbon Room. We kind of do some of the best shows in LA. And you're a guy that I really haven't gotten to quickly enough. But then once I've kind of bounced someone around, I try to reward them with a great show.
Right.
And so how did you feel like your set went?
Dude, how do I think it feel? Shit went amazing.
Let's awesome. Real. Good.
I felt like, so I was just telling somebody, one of the things for me with a crowd like that is if I got you, I'm going to keep you. And I'm going to keep my foot on your neck.
Yes.
So it's like once I'm rolling with you, you rolling with me, we're going to keep going all the way to the end. And so also knowing Let's just be real. Knowing the lineup of what it is and who's going up and who's gone up, you don't want to be that dip in the lineup at any fucking point.
You got to step it up.
Yeah. So you don't want to be the dip in the lineup. And so I made sure that I do, first of all, when you book me for some shit like this, anybody that books me, I don't know why people be like, well, I can just phone it in. Fuck that. I'm going to go to work.
Yeah.
So, plus I want you to put me on a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're doing more and more shows, too. Our company on Instagram is called Dusted Company. We haven't even
I've noticed, bro.
it. Yeah, we changed our name just because we're doing more things. We had the Supernova name, but that kind of have an outdoor connotation, so we are back indoor. We got Chase on the cameras in the back, help us set this up. We got China over here in the corner. She's a comedian as well. Mm-hmm. We'll be getting to her later. Okay, I don't know a lot about you. Where are you from?
Oh, man. Born and raised south side of Chicago.
Okay. Oh, nice. Like Craig.
Yeah.
Are you friends with, how long you known Craig?
I've known Craig for a little, so the crazy part is I really got close and cool with Craig being out here, of course.
Yeah.
But one of his regular openers was one of my good friends back in Chicago, this guy Ralphie Roberts. So Ralphie be like, he always open for Craig, and I was like, I never got a chance to meet him. So finally getting a chance to meet him and talk with him, having the Chicago connection and everything. Super cool dude. I love always seeing him and hanging with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm born and raised in Chicago. I moved out here. It'll be 8 years in November. And started in Chicago doing everything.
What hospital? What day?
I was born August 25th, 19-something, and it was at 4:45 p.m. I am born under the Capricorn rising. It was, I know about a few of those things, but it was, being born and raised in Chicago, it influences a lot about you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tell everybody, I make this joke that I always say, I'm a survivor, because I truly fucking am. Like, where I grew up at, a lot of people, there was this thing. If you made it to 16, you were blessed to make it. Then you go to 18. Then you go to 21. Then 25.
Yeah.
Then 30. These are all milestones just to live through shit like that. And so not only to have exceeded those milestones just in life, but the shit I've been able to do and the blessings I've had in my career thus far, that's just an amazing thing. I'm just grateful to God. And, I'm a spiritual dude in that regards because I always know the shit that I've been through.
Yeah.
And
same with me, dude. Every single one of my friends growing up got shot with the vaccine.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah. Every single one.
Let me tell you something. I went and got the J&J vaccine because I was on a schedule. I was on a rush. I knew I wasn't gonna fucking remember to do the
Plus,
second
you're a
one.
Magic Johnson, Larry Johnson fan.
Man, no.
Magic Johnson, Larry Johnson.
Fuck that one. It was the one and done. I was cool. Here was the fucked up thing. When I got my one and done, a week later they was like, it's causing blood clots. I was like, did somebody talk Jamaican? The fuck you mean about that? Me no one die. No, fuck this. And so, I was like, everybody's like, oh, you gonna die. I was like, well, goddamn it, I'm still here kicking strong. So
stronger than ever once you get through the blood clots.
Fine too.
What's that song? Stop Your Blood Clot Crying. It's about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. A lot of people don't know that.
Stop your blood clot crying. Don't tell it Johnson, no more tears. You know what I'm saying? Doing all this shit.
There it is. There it is.
Tears.
Now we can name the podcast Hustle and Flow. We were thinking about naming it. We don't have a name for the podcast yet.
Yeah, I just want to know who was going to be doing the flowing. If you recall, Hustle and Flow, hustle, cool. Comics, we hustle. We out here in these streets, we're traveling the road. The flow part is like, who the fuck gonna be rapping on here?
No one's in the flow.
Chase.
Okay. I'm glad
Chase
everybody
raps.
just designated Chase. Because if Mark would have said, yeah, I'm gonna be flowing, I'm gonna be like, hey, bro.
I came in second place in a rap contest in the Belly Room one time on Brian Moses' show. You can ask him. You can ask other African American friends of mine. You can ask Jamar.
Say back in New York somewhere.
At the mall.
No. No, the Belly Room, dude. It was terrifying. I walked in for a normal Belly Room show, and they go, by the way, it's a rap battle. And I was like, okay, good. They go, no, you need to rap. I go, no. I was so nervous, dude. It was my first time all over again. The smell of the Comedy Store, Belly Room, Green Room. I came in second place, and I also used the N-word, and I didn't really mean to. Jamar Neighbors came up, he goes, did this motherfucker just say the N-word? I was like, I'm sorry. Because they no, but hey, I came in second place, and
that's why they gave you the second place. That's why they had balls enough to say nigga.
Well, I'm
black, by the way, for those listening. I can say it.
Well, if it's good enough, it's got to be good. Well, and then, because what happened is, so they played I got up there, and they played, because you do a set, like 3 minutes, and then you start rapping, and then one other person does a set, and then they would start rapping. And so then I did my set, and then they played my beat, and I just froze. I completely was just
you had an 8 Mile moment.
But I've been listening to rap since Run DMC Raising Hell. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay. And so then all of a sudden they played that Eminem song, like the Rain song. No,
Stan.
yeah,
Stan.
totally. And I just obliterated. I annihilated John Campanelli and smoked
So
him.
two of the whitest people I can think of.
No,
in a rap battle.
100%. And then I smoked. But then I smoked, to quote Jalen Jacoby podcast, I smoked, let's say, someone that looks like you.
Okay, yes.
Quote the J. And then I lost in the finals to someone who looks like you as well, who was very good. He's a very good rapper. But I held my own until the finals, and then this guy won. But we were thinking about, Chase and I have been doing a rap album.
You do realize if you would have won that, whoever came in second to you would have had to change their race on their birth certificate.
100%. And I got it, to be honest, I held that back a little bit because of that.
See, nah. Look, I love you to death. I love all the shit you do. But let me tell you, you beat me in a rap battle.
You got to kill me.
You gotta die.
You gotta kick me down the fucking stairs.
You can't exist anymore.
No.
Because there can never be any record of this shit.
No.
Like, hey, you see the white dude that beat Jay. What the fuck is y'all?
No shit. Put it on my tombstone. You might as well call me George Washington because I'm Jay Washington's dad.
See, this is, I'm out there just erase him from motherfuckers' memories like Men in Black. No, we're not doing that. But yeah, man, it's just always interesting when people, get involved in doing different shit.
What are you, White Sox fan? Are you Bulls? White Sox, Bulls?
So it's funny you ask. I have a reverse Chicago Cubs hat on at the moment.
Oh, that's right. I'm looking right at it. What the fuck am I talking about?
So the only reason I have this hat on is because it fits with the outfit.
Yeah.
But I'm a Southsider. So one of my homeboys got it. He was like, "Yo, how you gonna fucking wear a Chicago Cubs hat?" I was like, "Bro, it fit what the fuck I was putting on."
And backwards too.
Yeah,
you got
it's just
you got
nice
some
little
built-in
unique thing with
excuse.
Chicago backwards. But I'm a White Sox fan. I grew up, like I said, Southsider, born and raised. I remember when we won the World Series in 2005. We thought life was gonna change.
Congratulations on that. No, hey, yo, every fan base needs one championship.
So speaking of that, I was out here in LA when the fucking Cubs won. And I remember I was happy for the city. I wasn't even happy for the team. I was just happy for the city.
Dude,
everybody's like, why you crying? I was like, my city won a championship. I was like, no, my motherfucking city.
No, you live for that.
Fuck about the Cubs. Fuck them niggas. Like, I was like, I don't give a fuck about the Cubs. And so I'm a Southsider, but like when it comes to the other sports, of course, I'm a struggling Bears fan.
Sports, of course.
Struggling Bears fan.
They had the best draft I just read.
Yeah, we had arguably the best, which
That's
is
what I
the
read.
craziest shit in the world because like the Bears will always know how to fuck it up in the draft, and we saw
They really
draft
do.
picks, and we're like, wait, is this real? Did we really get through this draft with these picks? So we'll see what the fuck
I
happens.
don't understand how they should draft a quarterback in every round for one draft, just 7 quarterbacks. And just go, please, just give us a quarterback. You have not had a quarterback since
That's the marijuana speaking right now.
It's insane, though. But, you got to get around.
Because the thing is, when we haven't had a quarterback, and I will admit it, every quarterback that they made it seem like was going to be somebody for the Bears
Cubs have a better quarterback than the Bears.
You know what? I can't even fucking argue with you to that one because you're probably right. One of the boys play first base is also a quarterback. Should just be rough, man, being a Bears fan. Especially when people like, yo, you supporting your team. I'm like, yo, week 4, I had my come to Jesus moment. I don't know about you motherfuckers. They're like, but it's 17 weeks in the season. I know how many fucking weeks is left.
Yeah.
Week 4, I can't have the understanding. We ain't winning shit.
You go, it's almost over. You go, I round up from 4 to 17.
4 to 17.
Totally. That's like a Chicago does in 17 football games all of a sudden.
Look, that shit is hard to watch because you know.
So you Bulls?
Yeah, man. I remember I was there for every fucking championship, man. All 6 of them. I remember when the first one happened, when they was flipping cars over. And I was like, I think this is a crazy thing. Why the fuck are y'all flipping cars over? Because the Bulls have won. You didn't win. And then I remember the first three-peat and the second three-peat, man. I remember all that. I remember being downtown for the parade for the second one.
Wow.
Downtown Chicago was electric.
Yeah.
Just like the Stanley Cup parades for the Blackhawks when they won their 3. So, like, we party in the city.
Absolutely.
We party.
Blackhawks, racist name or not?
Not, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there is a Black Hawk Native American tribe. There's a Black Hawk tribe, and they've actually spoken to.
Mind if I fart in one of your faces?
Not very much so.
This sounds like some shit you gotta pay for on OnlyFans when you say that. Like, do I look like a white dude named Earl that don't know his mama? Like, can I front on your face? Well, I'll give you $27 a month of subscription.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what,
Yo, on Cash App, I'll send you
send it on Cash
$375.
App. That sounds like some shit motherfuckers be paying. Like, look, I get it. It's motherfuckers with kinks and all this other shit, and I don't want to knock them. But also, there's certain kinks. It's like, bro, you might just want to see a therapist. Like, if you want a motherfucker to just fart in your face.
Yeah, this isn't a kink. This is a health condition.
You need to get your life together.
Bing Crosby, you know that old actor, he liked girls shitting on him.
That is, let me tell you something.
Oh,
It's true.
Let me tell you something. When I wipe my own ass, I like to make sure ain't no shit on my finger that went through the tissue. And so I be dead. I have 2 kids. I hate it when them motherfuckers accidentally shit on me. So why would I want to pay somebody to shit on me? What the fuck I don't like people who like, yo, pee on me. Here's the thing. If I drink a lot of water, I'm pissing the stream with some force. That shit's like a pressure washer. Bitch, I can kill you. Like, I'm not gonna piss in. Motherfuckers is weird.
No, really.
Some people are into some weird shit.
Do you ever see those YouTube videos where people are eating penis fish?
No.
You haven't seen that?
No.
Like
What the
Asian
fuck
women?
type of
What?
rabbit
They're-
hole have you gone down?
These are like Asian, like sometimes they
Is
just
it a fish
pop
that
up.
looks like a penis?
It's a
or
fish,
you're talking
yeah.
about
Oh.
penises?
It's a fish, and when you take a
like
bite out of
fish's
it,
penis.
juice comes out of it. Like
Oh, I think I have. You know what? I'm talking shit, but I think I have seen a bit. Because
they-
again, in
they
Asian
have-
culture,
they just pop up without your permission. You can't control it.
yeah, that's what you
Right.
say. Yeah, that's what you say. You didn't watch the video somewhere. You like, how the fuck this pop up? Next thing you know, it's some dude talking about some. Yeah, I don't like chicks to kick me in the dick for just fun. What?
Absolutely. Yo, okay, so now is the part of the podcast where you pick out yourself a pair of sunglasses. Look at those.
Okay.
There's the styles and the colors. And we kind of... It's by Gooder. It's a great company. I called them up today. They gave us these glasses for free. We bought a few, and then they gave us a few. Quite a few, actually. So thank you very much, Gooder. And so you just pick them out, put them on, and then we tell you if those are the ones that you should keep.
All right,
Girls.
I got mine.
I'm in the middle of filming the podcast when I said that.
Yeah, we live
Yeah,
shit.
we're sitting here filming. Oh, because Chase wasn't here, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought you
No,
were
I was-
taking a break.
No.
This is the.
No, this is all in the fuck conversation.
Sorry.
So we know about you
Well,
right now.
We
Kevin
know-
probably thinks some sort of,
OnlyFans
Yeah.
chick. Yep, we
And
got
you can
it.
also take think out of it and put no into it.
You know what I've
I
always
don't know. I
wanted,
think there's
though?
a better pair.
Those are good. Those are really good.
Those are really good.
Those are like 1985 artist in Brooklyn. You're showing up to Madonna's.
You know what's the crazy part is I don't even know
Madonna's
what
party.
the fuck I look like.
Yeah, take a look at
That's
this.
a better pair.
Amazing is I feel like all the guests have been really good at picking the right one. the
Right
first
away.
time.
Yeah, you know,
Oh yeah, I look like I'm just around here like
those are really
I
good,
look
dude.
Like, I look like I'm in the back of a limo with a bunch of celebrities who doing
Yes,
cocaine. I'm just
yeah,
like, I'm
dude.
not
Those
doing
are the
this.
ones. I think you nailed it first one, but you can also try on other ones if you want.
Let's see.
You want to try on the pink ones I have on now?
Let me see those pink ones.
Okay.
Yes, I'm a grown ass man that said, "Let me see the pink ones." The
Let me
fuck
see
y'all
that.
thinking?
Because it might go with that hat.
Pink.
I'm wearing a pink shirt. How do these go with this hoodie, by the way?
Yeah, those pink that Brent the
Honestly,
Hitman
those are
Hart.
probably
I feel
for
like
you.
These are for me.
I think
Oh
you
yeah,
got.
and
Okay.
Theo has a pink.
And they're my only pink ones.
That's cute.
All right, so let's
Hold on,
see.
are there red ones?
Oh,
There might be red ones in there too.
You know what a great OnlyFans would be? Is just reading bedtime stories in lingerie.
Oh, that actually is.
It's soothing.
how sexy you gonna be reading the motherfucking Cat in the Hat, reading Dr. Seuss books?
Like
Yes,
midnight
exactly.
moon.
But very
Oh,
soft
hot,
and gentle.
like-
You mind if I put my hat in your cat?
And tap you on the back.
But nothing, sexual or anything. just
No,
like-
these are basic.
Yeah,
black
that'd be
ones.
great. That'd be fucking great. Reading bedtime stories. No one would be mad at that. You'd get no complaints. The white ones right away.
Yeah,
I think you nailed it first time.
I think I did the white.
You
I'm
really
about to
did.
Stick with the white ones.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta stick with these.
Yeah.
Everyone's
What's the
gonna nail
style
it
name?
first
It,
time.
it says on the side.
So these are the Iced by Yetis.
Oh.
Ice by Yetis.
Mm-hmm.
So what's on the goal sheet? What do you want to do with your life?
Oh man, so the goal is to be starting my own.
Hold
start-
up. Put the glass on.
All right,
If you
let me
don't, is that
Oh, I
okay?
gotta do it with my. Okay, cool.
Is that okay to ask?
Oh hell yeah, it
We're
is.
going to the future.
No. Let
With
me see
Gooder.
because I got the list. Here we go.
Okay.
The goals for Jay Washington are as follows: sell at least 3 pilots, get booked as the lead in at least 2 movies, executive produce a couple of more shows, also be the lead in those shows, to continue to tour around the country and the world, to do both arenas and major clubs, to also continue to write and develop more shit podcast-wise that I do my different ones, get cast in a Marvel film as a Marvel villain, get cast in a
Ooh.
DC film as as a DC villain.
Okay.
To continue to bring up my son and my daughter behind me and things that they want to do. So if you want to ask, I have everything already set. My goals have always been, because I always knew what I wanted to work towards, to be honest with you. You know, I bust my ass every fucking day, man.
Yeah.
I you know, my son and my daughter are my inspiration. My 19-year-old who's in college, his freshman year, just got done with that. My 9-year-old. And for them, they inspire me to keep being who I am and doing what I do. And I just have so many things I know I'm capable of and blessings that are just on deck for you, boy. So I'm always going to be pressing to it. Every year I write my goals out. I got a whiteboard in my apartment, and right now it's about 45 to 50 goals on there for 2023. And I've started to be able to mark off some of the shit that I set to do because I've done some of it. You know, and there's still more things I want to do. I'm never satisfied. I'm that dude that I book something, I do something. Okay, cool. It happened. Great. Thank you, God. Boom. What's next? I did something cool. Boom. Thank you, God. What's next? A lot of my friends always tell me, they say, bro, you got to celebrate your wins. I'm like, I do, but I don't revel in it. When I did American Gigolo, I was great. I was like, yo, originally I taped one episode. Cool. I'm working with John Barenthal. Blessing. Dope. I get brought back as a recurring character. Great. I'm on a TV show, but what's next? I get to do this. What's next? I get booked for these different opportunities. What's next? Because I want to keep progressing forward and moving my shit forward, because I know, at any moment, all this shit can stop. At any moment. So I want to continue to keep moving forward, but also keep making sure I'm evolving and growing as a performer, as a writer, as a human, as a man. And I'm always going to continue to do that. And so I'm always going to press the fuck forward. I can't do anything but that.
Executive neck, blessings on deck. Jay Washington.
Thank you.
Where do we find you? Where do we find you?
Yeah. I want to ask you a question.
Where do we find? Oh, where do we find you?
Ask why villain?
Because everybody wants to be the hero. I never want to be like everybody else. Everybody wants to be the hero. But for me, where to find me, I'm on Instagram, TikTok at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. A lot of shows coming up. I'm be in Arizona and Phoenix in the middle of June, the 24th. I got some stuff coming up in July. I'll be going back home to Chicago, doing some shows there. So I'll be doing everything else. All my shows I always post. The Mad Titan podcast is my podcast where I get people caught up on everything happening in the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. It's Barbershop Talk for Nerds. And then there's also the BBC Club podcast, which is the Black Boy Content Club podcast with myself, Moses Prim, and Chris Burns. We talk about pop culture news, everything, have a bunch of fucking fun with that. And we out every week on there.
Hell yeah. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it sincerely.
We don't have a name for the podcast yet. What do you think? You got a name off the top of your head that might work?
Well, first of all, you can't call it whiskey shit because there was never not a drop of whiskey around.
No.
You know, I think.
And that's my drink.
I think you just call this Dusted After Hours.
We thought, Dusted After Hours. We thought After Sets.
After Sets. Yeah, After Sets sounds dope.
After Sets.
Because that's what it is. Because you're getting people after their sets.
Who? Okay. All right. Awesome. You're a wonderful man. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Seriously,
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Perfect. Snap.